What's going on, everybody? It's Master Aquatics, and I'm bringing you guys another video. So check it out. I got more babies, more angelfish fry, probably more than I can handle, but I'm going to try to raise as many batches as I can. If you're wondering which batch you're looking at, well, my 75-gallon tank has my silver platinums in there. And remember, a few months ago I had a silver platinum pair that was laying eggs for me. Well, they ended up laying some eggs for me, and I got a batch out of them. It's not a whole lot, but I managed to scavenge about like 50 of them, and I believe they are about 2 days old. So in about 5 days, they should be free swimming. So it is currently Sunday, so I would say they would be free swimming around Saturday. And I decided to move them to the 10-gallon tank because obviously they might get eaten in the 75-gallon tank. My 75-gallon tank is a community tank, so that's not a good safe place for baby fish because they're more than likely to get eaten either by the parents or by the other fish in that tank. So obvious choice would be to try to keep them safe in the 10-gallon tank. Now, they are not 100% safe in this tank because currently the 10-gallon tank has a few different batches from different time periods. So I already have a batch in there that's free swimming, and they just started free swimming about 2 days ago, and they are from the silver and German blushing pair. And hopefully in about 5 days they don't try to eat these new babies that are in here. I also have a batch from my Philippine blue pair, and they are about to be free swimming in about a day or so. So I have about 3 different batches in here, and I'm really excited to try to raise all of them. It's going to be a lot of work. It's going to be a little bit harder since they are in the 10-gallon tank, because the 10-gallon tank is not that big. It's pretty small. And I also have another batch of these guys from this pair, and they just hatched for me as well. So I got about like 4 to 5 different batches of angelfish fry, and I'm cramming them all in a 10-gallon tank. I'm not sure how long I'll be able to do this, but hopefully it ends up going well for me. I know I'm going to lose a bunch of them, no doubt about that. But hey, if I don't have any extra tanks, so I got to make do with what I got. But again, I use a turkey baster. I do this every time whenever I want to move fry from the 29-gallon tank and move them to the 10-gallon tank. I'll just use a turkey baster. It's not that hard. My advice is, if you're trying to move fry, try to move them by using something that's going to keep them in the water. So the turkey baster, it sucks them up along with some water, and if you put your finger at the end of the turkey baster, then you should be able to trap the water and the angelfish fry in the turkey baster, and you should have no problem moving them that way. By the way, if your angelfish pair lays their eggs on some glass, it'll be really hard to move them. My advice is if you have a breeding tank with a angelfish pair in it, and you want to be able to have access, and you want to be very mobile about moving your fry, then make sure that they lay their eggs on a green slate or on a Nubius leaf. Those are your best options. As you can see, they're all piled up down at the bottom, and I have the free swimming batch swimming around them. They're about 2 days old. So they just been fed. As you can see, their stomachs are filled with baby brine shrimp, and I continued to do this until they were all gone. I did leave about 4 or 5 in there. I don't know if the 4 or 5 with the parents are going to last, but regardless, I'd rather move them than keep them in there because I know they're going to get eaten. They're not going to do, because I don't trust this pair. I've given them, 3 attempts at raising the angelfish fry without them eating the babies, and it's always failed. So anytime they have babies, I'll try to transfer them over to the 10-gallon tank and try to raise them on my own. It's best if I artificially raise the angelfish fry rather than having the parents try to do it. Now, that's not to say that angelfish pairs are incapable of raising kids on their own to free swimming and keeping them alive. I've had a few pairs where they were able to do that, but every angelfish pair is different. You're gonna have an angelfish pair that's going to always eat their babies. You're gonna have an angelfish pair that's gonna be really good at taking care of the babies, and to the point where they can take care of them in a community tank. But if they're in a community tank and they're capable of defending their babies from every fish in there, they can't do that without killing some of your other fish in there. So just be aware of that. Now you might be thinking like, that's a lot of fry. Like that's over, I'm pretty sure that's over 400. As you can see, the free swimming batch, they're doing pretty decent. I mean, it's their second day. So far, so good. You also have some fry from the Philippine Blue on the floor. Like I said, they're not free swimming yet, but they will be in about a day or so. I can't wait for them. So I'm gonna have like a mixture of angelfish in this tank, and what I plan on doing is hopefully about 3 weeks from now, they'll be at a decent size, and the angelfish fry that I have currently in the 20-gallon tank, hopefully they'll be ready to be moved to a much bigger tank. I'm not sure if I should move them to the 125-gallon tank with the bigger angelfish. My thoughts are I should move half and half. One half to the 75-gallon tank and then one half to the 125-gallon tank. Not sure if I want to do that, but something tells me that I should. I can't keep them in a 29-gallon tank for too long. Eventually, they're going to be really crammed, and I'll have to do water changes every day to make sure that their fins grow properly. Cool thing that I noticed about these guys is that they are very attracted to light. I had actually turned off the light for this 10-gallon tank, and I was using a flashlight on my cell phone, and I was moving it, from one end to the other of the aquarium, and they would all pile up together and go towards the light. Kind of like baby brine shrimp. I thought it was the coolest thing ever. So I'll definitely use that to my advantage when I'm cleaning out their aquarium. This will definitely help prevent sucking up any fry while I'm cleaning. It's going to be really hard to do water changes in this tank because there's still a lot of fry in there that's not free swimming yet, but about a week or so from now they should be fine. I should be able to clean their tank more often. This is the 20-gallon tank. They are doing awesome. As you can see, they are visibly turning into angelfish. I also wanted to show you guys how much they eat. They eat a lot. The bigger they get, the more that they eat, the more brine shrimp that you have to hatch. And baby brine shrimp is the key to making sure that your angelfish grow big. That and water changes. Make sure that you feed them 2 to 3 times a day. That way they can grow big and fast. I am power feeding these guys. I feed them more on the weekends than I do on the weekdays because on the weekdays I'm working. On the weekends I can feed them a little bit more because I have a little bit more free time. And I visibly see that the more I feed them in one day, the faster that they grow. Because as you can see, it is currently June 4th. And these guys were free swimming around May 1st, and they already look like this. So they're growing pretty rapidly, and I can't wait to see how they look like as juveniles. And I can't wait to show you guys. So very excited about that. Anyways, it's the end of the video. If you made it this far, congratulate yourself and pat yourself on the back. It's been really hectic for me just trying to keep up with water changes and feeding these guys, but I'm having fun in the process. But it's just I wish I had a lot more free time. Anyways, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I really just wanted to update you guys on the whole breeding project and what's going on. And stay tuned, guys, and I'll definitely bring you guys another update pretty soon. If you liked the video, thumbs it up. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care and bye bye.
Thank you, young God, for the blessing. Ayy.